Welcome back to another video, guys, and welcome back to another weekend where the weather is glorious. We've already been outside and had a lovely morning going for a nice walk and getting all our kind of jobs done, so we're ready for a lovely afternoon out in the sunshine and enjoying ourselves on the weekend, which is one of the best things I've found at the minute about being a primary school teacher, is that I can kind of separate my time and prioritize my time well, so I can enjoy these really nice sunny weekends when I do get them and when the weather comes around at the right time for a nice bank holiday weekend. And that's a big part of the title of this video today and what this video is all about, which is all about, was it worth it being a teacher? Was it worth becoming a primary school teacher? Looking back now, I've only done a few years. I'm in my 4th year, coming to the end of it now. And, you know, when I look back to 4 years ago, what I was hoping for over the first 4 or 5 years of being a teacher, am I looking at what I was hoping for? Am I where I was hoping to be? And I think for all those things and for the answer to was it worth it, the answer is a complete and resounding yes. 100% more than what I dreamed of. It's better than what I thought it was going to be. And I am really, really enjoying my job. So definitely the answer is yes. I'm going to go into why that is. I'm going to talk a lot in this case about the positives of being a teacher. There are some negatives and I will touch on them probably near the end of the video. There are some downsides and some things that I wasn't quite ready for, and I will be talking about them in the last couple of minutes. But for me personally, I think probably 90% of my job I absolutely love. I love the fact I'm a primary school teacher. I'm very proud of my teaching profession. I'm very proud of the colleagues that I work with and the team that I work with in school, and I'm very proud that I am a teacher. So that's why I make these videos. I make them to tell people about what being a teacher is like, hopefully to encourage some of you guys to become primary school teachers too. And if you are looking to be a teacher, then do let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you've got any questions, any comments, anything at all. And as always, thank you for liking, for commenting, for subscribing, and all the support you're giving me, because I really, really appreciate it. And this channel is reaching an astounding 1,000 and something people every single day, which is just incredible. It blows my mind, so thank you very much. So we're going to get into the reasons for why I think it was worth it. And first of all, the simple fact is that I am enjoying my job. I really, really do enjoy it. I love going to work. I love working with the children. I love working with the different teachers at school and different members of staff all across the school. It really fulfills me. It makes me want to get up in the morning. It makes me want to get my work done. It makes me want to get into work, and it just generally is something that I enjoy doing. Now, I meet so many different people across all kind of jobs. A lot of the time when I talk to them about their job, they work because they just want to get the job done. They get paid. They don't necessarily enjoy their job a great deal, but it gets them through life and it gets them to the weekend, and then they can enjoy themselves. And now there's always a case that, you know, you have to work to earn a salary, and you earn a salary to then go and enjoy yourself, and that is true. And sometimes teachers can lose sight of that because the job can kind of overwhelm you. So it's important to remember about that separation between your work and your personal life, and keeping that there, making sure you're enjoying your life still and you've got all that work-life balance. But I found for me that I just simply love the fact that my job is something that I genuinely enjoy doing. I genuinely enjoy working in the classroom, working with the children, helping them, encouraging them, helping them learn new things, opening up their minds to the dreams that they could be capable of. And that is just something where, hands down, no matter what else we might talk about in this video, no matter what else might come up, each time I go into school, the fact is that I simply do enjoy my job. And for me, that's something that I need to have in my life. I'm someone that if I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, I'll really struggle to do it. I won't do my best. I won't kind of put in 100% effort, and that then leads to obviously not producing the best results. And so if I was not enjoying my job, then I wouldn't be producing the best results, which is not fair on me. It's not fair on the children I work with. And so it's always important to me that I am enjoying it, and I make sure I find different ways to enjoy it every day. And first thing that I do find that I enjoy is the fact that I enjoy working in a school, in a class, and with colleagues and children. So yeah, first of all, was it worth it? 100%, guys, it was worth it. I enjoy my job, I enjoy my life, and it helps me to afford doing things that I want to do on a weekend like this weekend, where we've got a nice chilled weekend in the sunshine on a bank holiday, which is just amazing. So yeah, first of all, obviously I enjoy my job, and the second thing is that 3 to 4 years down the line, I'm at a point where I'm confident in what I'm doing. So when you first become a teacher in what is now called your ECT year or 2, you get the ECT period, and it's a scary time because you're not confident in what you're doing. You're not sure how to do things. You're not quite ready to be in the classroom, but the best way to learn how to be a teacher is to be in the classroom and just kind of get dropped in at the deep end. And it is the best way to do it. You do need the support. You do need the people around you to back you up and to help you and to ask questions too. But yeah, just get yourself in there, get yourself in a classroom in front of a set of kids and learn on the job. And it's the best way to do it. So if you're thinking about doing it, I'd encourage you to go for it. But you get 3-4 years down the line and actually you are confident. You know, I'm confident when I walk into a classroom. It's been a long time since I've walked into a classroom and I felt kind of nervous about what I'm about to do, not really sure about what I'm doing. That's something that comes with practice. It comes, I'm sure it's the same with any job. When you start, you're not 100% sure on what you're doing, and then after a while you're kind of used to it. And I'm at the point now where I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm confident in, and I'm starting to look for other opportunities to do some other things and to really develop my practice in the classroom and outside the classroom, making sure that I'm encouraging people to get into teaching, making sure I encourage children to, you know, be active and not just necessarily focus on like, how do I teach maths, how do I teach English, how do I teach geography, but how to develop that and help children be kind of a rounded whole person as well. And it's just something where I can see in myself the development that I make, and I'm always trying to work. Part of being a teacher is you're trying to work harder and develop yourself and make yourself a better teacher and develop better practice. And that's something that as a school, I think my school has been moving in a really good direction over the last 4 years, and they've been really encouraging us to do more CPD, more kind of professional development. And it's something that for me as a teacher and as a subject leader and as just someone who has quite a role in the classroom, when you're in front of a class of children, they look up to you, they want you to be the person there to help them, to do the best for them. And I feel like I am doing that quite well, which is something that, 3-4 years ago I'd have said, actually, I have no idea what that means. I don't know how to do that. I don't know where to go with that. It's just something you have to learn. But I've got to a point now where I'm quite confident and I do feel quite good about my role in the school. So yeah, again, was it worth it? Am I where I'd hoped to be? Looking from where I was hoping to be 3 years ago to where I am now, yeah, this is what I was thinking. This is where I thought I'd be. This is where I thought my career would be going at the minute, and it is all going to plan. So that is just a bit fantastic, really. I'm quite happy with that. And yes, again, it was worth it. I'm very happy being a primary school teacher. Now, another question I got asked about was it worth it sometimes is, do I ever think about moving up into secondary school? And when I wanted to become a primary school teacher, did I ever think about doing secondary school teaching as well, or sometimes and going back to primary, that kind of thing? And the honest answer is I'm more than happy in the primary school. I don't think I would enjoy working in secondary school as much. So again, did I pick the right kind of age groups to teach at? Yes, I think I did. I think working in primary school is brilliant because the children are there and you're really kind of forming those foundations of their learning. You're forming the foundations and the building blocks of what they're going to go on to learn about when they get to year 7 and year 8 and what's going to help them carry them through secondary school. I think it's a really important time where, again, I think I can make the most impact and it works for me. I think those children working at that level, I think it's something where I'm very much confident in the curriculum now that I've taught it for a few years. I know what I'm doing. And I just think for me, I can't imagine working with any other age group. I'm working in year 5 at the minute. And again, I think that kind of age for me is where I'm enjoying teaching. It's what I've enjoyed so far. And so I just want to keep going there for now. So again, was it worth it? Yes, I think I've picked the right age group. I think I'm working well within that curriculum and it is all going kind of to plan. So as we said, there you go. Positives, yes, I'm enjoying it. I think it's really good. And lots of this comes from being in a really good school. I do talk about, obviously, you have to make sure the school works for you and you work for the school. And I found a really good match. I was very lucky first time to work in a school that I think really works well. And I do really enjoy working there and working with all the rest of the team at that school. There are some things with teaching where I maybe wasn't quite so ready for it to be just the way it is, and you just kind of have to do it. And one of them is talking about holidays, where you do get an amazing amount of holidays and it's absolutely brilliant that actually you work really hard for so many weeks of the year, but then you do get a lot of time off as well, especially like during the summer. Your summer holidays are great and they are really enjoyable. And I'm a teacher that I do appreciate what I get in terms of holidays, and it is a lot of holiday compared to a normal job, but it does mean that also your holidays are expensive. If you want to go on a summer holiday, then unless you can find a good deal in kind of a half term and take your whole week out on holiday, or maybe even an Easter break somewhere, if you want to go during the summer months, so like through in the end of July throughout August, your holidays are very expensive. And that is a bit of a downside that I wasn't necessarily quite understood just how expensive it would be. And that's just one of the things you pay, but then you have to balance it out against the holidays you get, and is that worth it? And I do think overall it is worth it. We do generally manage to go on a holiday. It just might not be the same as what maybe I was planning when I was thinking 5-6 years ago at about 18, 19, 20, thinking I want to do all this traveling and that kind of thing. And I've not done as much traveling as I wanted to, partly due to obviously not being able to travel, but then also due to just the cost of the summer holidays and where all the places I wanted to go with my 6 weeks that I don't always manage to. So that is one of the small downsides, but again, it's a very small downside and I think it's very much worth it. And then the other thing with teaching is that nothing ever you always have to be on your toes. I did not know that being a teacher, you always have to be ready for things to change so quickly and so dramatically. And that's just part of teaching. You talk to any teacher in any school and there'll always be something changing. It might be their maths curriculum, it might be their English curriculum, the way they mark, the way they give feedback to the children, the way their lessons are planned out, the way their lessons look, the way they do their planning completely. Just there's always something that's about to change or is in the process of changing, or they're on a journey to change it. And that is just the case in all schools. And again, it's not something that I really knew about before I started teaching. And again, I'd say yes, it's worth it because it does keep it interesting, and we change things for the right reasons. We change things because we find better ways of doing things for the children. And that is a very important part of teaching, is that you don't just kind of settle into one way of doing it and think that's just going to be the best way forever, because practice develops, people change, curriculums change is part of life. You have to get used to it. But again, I wasn't quite ready for it. So was it worth it? Yes, it is still worth being a primary school teacher, even though things change. Though do be aware that when you learn something, that doesn't mean that that's going to be the way it always is. You have to then double check and make sure it's still going on and things are still happening that way. So there you go. Was it worth it being a primary school teacher? Yes, 100% it absolutely was. I would do it all over again if I could, and I'm very much enjoying where I am at the minute. If you do have any questions about things you're worried about being a primary school teacher, like the workload and like how you do your marking, like how you kind of balance everything, work-life balance, that kind of thing, do put them in the comments down below and I will do my best to help you. But I do think there are definitely ways of doing the right thing with your workload and with your prioritising time to make sure on days like today when it's glorious and sunny outside, I can go outside with my family and enjoy the fresh air and sit out in the garden and not be stuck inside doing my work. So thank you very much for watching this, guys. As always, there's a new video on a Tuesday, Friday and a Sunday, and thank you so much for all the support. I'll see you very soon.